I call this meeting of Hamtramck City Council to order. Today is Tuesday, April 8th, 2025, and it's 7:13 p.m. Would the clerk call the rules, please?
Councilman Fry? Oh, no, not yet. Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sedman?
Here.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. Do we have any community announcements?
I think we did have something on here, my computer.
For your car seat safety.
Yeah, so there's also a community development CD announcement. Is what you want to give real quick?
Yeah.
Good evening. CED has been working on what we've called the Compo Cut project to improve pedestrian-oriented and traffic calming improvements to the alley west of Joseph Campo from Holbrook to Kniff. And tomorrow is our last of the public events. We're going to have a walking audit of different prototype improvements for delivery zones or benches or bike racks or different like pedestrian-oriented infrastructure and traffic calming. You can show up at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. at the Hamtramck Historical Museum and do a walk with our planners. And I have flyers, including Bangla and Arabic translated versions on the table outside, if anyone would like to grab that for more information. So we hope to see council and the community tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more announcements?
You're next as well.
Well, did you said something about car seat? Was the
No,
fire?
I think that was on the last one.
Okay, all right. Nope.
No more? All right, we move to proclamations, recognitions, and presentations. We have first item, 2025 auction update.
Thanks, Rona. I shouldn't have walked away. Okay, so we wanted to provide an update to council about the outcome of the 2025 city-owned property auction. We auctioned off mostly vacant lots and one home that we received through foreclosure from Wayne County. And I'm happy to report that of the 26 properties that were on the auction, we received bids for 18 of them. And we've closed on 17 of those properties as of today. We had one outstanding vacant lot that someone forfeited their winning bid on, so we're working with the next second best bid to close on that property. And we'll be updating the city manager with the status of the different city-owned properties, because I know we're working towards kind of the landscaping and vacant lot trimming contract for this spring. So we'll have that all updated, and then we'll be working on a plan regarding the remaining properties. But I think that the auction went very well. We're pleased with the outcome and want to say thank you to everyone who bid. We've contacted anyone who did bid and was not successful, and wanted to let the community know also that you would have received an email to the email on your application with instructions about returning your refundable deposit. So your options are either to pick it up in person at City Hall, to have it mailed to you, or to have the CED office just void the check. So please be in touch with us about that if you haven't already. That's it. Any questions about the auction?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Not live. Rana.
Oh.
All right, she's fixing it. All right.
It was still
When you're ready.
buffering, that's fine.
Oh,
Okay. We good?
Yep, yep.
All right. Next item is we have a community recognition, and we have 2 certificates for 2 community members, as we continue to honor and recognize some community members who are civically engaged and who are volunteering and helping our community. We have honored many people in the past, and tonight we have two leaders, I would call them, from the community who would be honored. We have the first one, Mr. Abdulaziz Jobah, and we have Mr. Saeed Yusuf. So, I will come to hand it to them.
Thank you.
All right, so, congratulations. So we got Mr. Jobah and Mr. Saeed Yusuf.
You gotta hold them both, man. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I gotta hold them.
All right, guys. You gotta look at the camera. Cheers. Smile.
نزلها شوية.
ابراهيم انت شو بدك انت؟ There we go.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, the next item, we have a proclamation in loving memory of Miss Dolores Lawrence.
I'll just be mailing out the proclamation to the families.
Yeah, please. Thank you. We move to the next section. We have, do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Yes,
Mr. Sumairi, what would you like to do?
yeah, we need resolution E 2025-40, move it to the new business.
Do we have any support?
Second.
So, all in favor of that?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to speak on this if possible.
Go ahead.
In regards to this resolution being on E under the consent agenda, the consent agenda is meant for routine items, basically. Items that we probably shouldn't waste time as a body to actually spend during valuable council time. Valuable council time should be spent on items that are in new business, that are there today. I did have a chance to speak with the mayor before we actually put this on there. And the point was to save time on stuff that's a budgetary item that is routine and basically only before the council because it's over a $10,000 purchase. These trucks are current trucks we have with serious issues, broken frames and such, and truly don't require council debate on this. So I would ask that you leave it where it is so we don't waste valuable time.
Again, what is the resolution, 2025?
2025 40,
trucks.
I guess move it to the new business. We got the second, that's it.
I mean,
If it doesn't require the manager, it doesn't require for the council approval?
I mean, it has, anything over 10,000 technically has to be approved by council, but that's the purpose of the consent agenda when it's a non-controversial routine item that's within normal budgetary constraints.
How much the one cost?
It's on there. One is 38, one's 113, and one's 57. These are trucks we actually have now that have far exceeded their life expectancy that are
I think right now we're like discussing the actual, we can't discuss the actual resolution. That's in the actual, like if they're moving it, then we can discuss it in there, but right now it should be, because it's still on the consent agenda, you gotta stick to whether or not it should be, yeah, thank you.
Well, okay, the point of moving it so they can discuss it, so I think it's, we cannot take the right to discuss it.
I understand. I was just making the point that
We still gotta vote.
we would save time
Yeah,
on
I
actual
understand.
items worth discussing, not routine budgeted items.
Yeah.
When we move it, this is our the council. It's our the council, when we do it, we do it. We
And that's
approve
why I
it
asked
or
this
not.
He's already explained that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go here.
Is it over general fund or is it 20?
Yeah,
No
well,
discussion.
It's not general fund. It's a protected fund.
I think all this discussion can take place when we discuss the new
Yeah.
resolution as a new business. Since they want to discuss it, that's okay. I mean, you can justify everything when we vote, that's fine.
Sure.
So we can hear from everyone.
I was just explaining the waste of time, that's why I left, that's why I was
Yeah,
on there.
I
in the first place.
understand. I appreciate that.
Yep.
So, Councilman Sumairi motioned and Councilman Hassan seconded, and
Yeah, take a
everybody
vote
is
if
in
anyone wants to
favor
bother.
of moving it?
Yes.
Aye.
Anyone? Okay. All right, so we'll move item E in the consent agenda to a new business, and it will be item D in the new business. All right, so the new business, the consent agenda now.
Okay, is there any other changes?
No.
Now we have to vote on the.
We have to
Yeah, there's only one.
I'd like to make the motion
Second.
Okay.
as amended.
Who is
As in the-
motioning? Do we get a motion?
Second.
Everybody in favor of the amended?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. No objections?
No.
Thank you. So we have the consent agenda. This is approved in a single motion with no discussion. We have
Oh,
item
public
A.
comment? Public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. we
No,
skipped that.
consent agenda before.
No, public
Oh,
comment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so, yeah, let's do the public comment and then we move.
Okay. I do have to announce, Ahmed, that if I'm reading an email from you, I have a few people who've emailed me to read their comments on behalf of them. If I do read your comment, you do not get additional
I
speaking
just
time.
translate it, that's all I need. And then I'll drop the other comment. That's all I need.
Mr.
You
Mayor,
got 3 minutes plus 1, I will add it to you.
Yeah, I
So-
just want to translate it, that's all.
So if you read it in 2 minutes, you can
Then-
translate it.
Then we get time for the others.
okay.
Thank
I
you.
think what Ryan was saying.
I'm gonna do-
She reads it or he does.
He's got the 4 minutes. The mayor's right about that.
Yeah, so are we still doing 30 minutes just in case we ever go over on public comments, or you want me to time the
Whatever
total
the rules
time?
are.
It's 7:20, so about 7:50. If I go over, I probably won't, but Abraham Al-Jahim.
Good evening, everyone. Mayor, council, clerk, chief, city attorney, and city manager. I have a few points. Every time I come to City Hall to do something or pay a bill, I have to stay here for at least an hour to translate for people. And there's no Yemeni American or an Arab American that speaks fluent Arabic and English. So I think the city should hire someone to translate. I remember 6 months ago, I asked the DPW director, does he have an Arab American speaking person? He said, no, we don't. So I don't know if he hired one already yet. So please hire an Arab American that can translate for the people that need help in this city. Dollar General. I went behind their building today, the trash is all over. But yet, a regular citizen that pays bills and pays the city taxes, and that's a decent human being, gets 100 tickets a year. Why is that? Third point, residency of candidates of current council and future candidates. I always speak about it in every council meeting. And I spoke with the clerk in private, spoke with Max in private, I'll speak in the public now. We're sick and tired as citizens of Hamtramck. You don't live in the city, you don't belong in the city. Bottom line, I don't care who you know. Whether you endorse the president or endorse Harris, the senator, it doesn't matter. You guys gotta wake up. It's getting very serious. People now wanna run for other positions, and we know they don't live in the city. And I am 100% sure they don't live in the city. Do like the school board did. They hired a special investigator and got a school board member Huda out. So do the same thing. Stop playing games, guys, please. And that goes towards everybody. I am in support of our brothers and sisters in the Bosnian American community language. They have been here since the 1990s and before. Thank you, Imam Arif, for your leadership and service. And as you guys know, April is a National Arab American Heritage Month. We are proud that Hamtramck is the first Arab American in many positions: state rep, mayor, chief, council, clerk, superintendent, school board member, and school board president. And lastly, I just want to talk about what happened, and it's been on the news, that 4 council members, current council members, are being investigated and indicted, and I think it should be 10 council, former members and current members, and candidates that lost. Not just 4, it should be 10. So my question is, why only 4 are being attacked? Are they being discriminated against, or there's favoritism? That's my questions today. God bless you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I just want to add that Dollar General is frequently under enforcement, along with CVS and many other businesses that are or chronic offenders, and they are very often getting tickets from us. So it's not something that's being ignored 100%. And as far as translators, the city clerk and other people in the clerk's office speak Arabic fluently and translate all the time. And we do have dispatchers and police officers, so we're always finding people who need it.
I mean, they are chronically,
I usually don't pull police chief down.
if they violate the rule chronically, like you said, why aren't we taking further actions?
We are.
Sometimes, you know, with houses, we go and, you guys go and put do not occupy. With small businesses, sometimes you would try to shut that business down. So why don't we do this with other businesses?
We absolutely ticket them. You know, sometimes it's tricky because there's multiple managers and there's corporate entities involved. So that definitely does make it more hard. But I can tell you at least on one business where we had the whole corporation in flux because we were writing everyone tickets on it. I'm not going to name which one that was, but it's one of the chronic ones. But we don't mess around. We are absolutely going after them. So, but I think we've actually caused a few managers to quit over it.
Hassan, 3 minutes.
I'd like an extra minute just for Brother Muhammad. Good afternoon, Brother Muhammad. I want to congratulate you today, brother, on your indictments. The Attorney General indicted you. Thank you, Clerk. I'd just like to tell everybody the formal complaint will come in soon, and we'll see who's going to be under indictment. This has been happening for years. Brother, you've been here for 17 years under council, huh? Oh my God, 17 years of corruption. How you like it? Very good, huh?
Speak to me.
Oh, excuse me. I would like to talk to the chair about Brother Muhammad. You know, Brother Muhammad is a good citizen. He loves the sticky fingers. You know, sticky fingers. We're still friends, Muhammad. I'll get you a lawyer. When you get arraigned on information, you can call me and I'll get you one of the best lawyers. Marcus Hart. Get you out of trouble. You know, you got to sit there and understand something. When you guys come and you want to become a city council member, you guys go to people and get their ballots and make them sign the ballots and come submit them or pay $5 for every ballot just to be a city council member. That tells me something. That means that there is corruption here. Why do you want to become a city council member? For what reason? Why would I want to become a city council member unless I'm not getting sidekicks on the side? Brother Muhammad, 17 years, you've been doing a great job. I love it. Good publicity, bad publicity, Muhammad, it's all good press. You know what the funny part is? You went to see the Attorney General, and what did she do? 2 days later, 4 days later? She put an indictment on you. I love it. You know what that tells me? They're watching you. And I promise you one thing. When this indictment comes down, you guys are going to be surprised what's going to happen. Because what's going to happen is you're going to go to jail, get fingerprinted. Muhammad probably doesn't even have a mugshot. Like Donald Trump, you have a mugshot. You like that? Oh my God, brother, I want to get the mugshot. I'm going to do a FOIA for you.
Mayor,
just to
please.
post it. Oh my God. Hey guys, you know what it is? It's always the clerk. It's a conflict to talk to the clerk right now. Do not discuss any information, Brother Muhammad, with anybody. You know why? You have the right to remain silent. You know what that means? Anything you say will be held against you in the court of law. You should ask somebody that's been to jail. You know what I mean? Oh, I love the mugshot, especially when they tell you go on the side like this and go straight and go like this. Oh, that's the best thing. I'm going to get those pictures, Muhammad. Oh, I love it. That's something, oh my God, you're going to be blessed. And just to tell you, just don't drop the soap, you know what I mean? He's going to drop the soap, Brother Muhammad, one day. I promise you. Oh, look at brother. I know you're laughing about it. I think it's funny. It's not going to be funny when you're in a jumpsuit, especially in Wayne County. Oh, they built it brand new for you.
Please, Hassan.
I'm sorry. I was talking to the chair. So like I said, you know, one day you're going to understand what life is all about. Just remember, I just wanted to tell you one thing, Brother Muhammad. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you. But when I get on this podium, I'm allowed to criticize you. This is mine right here, knock on wood. You know, I could criticize you, I could go outside and say hello to you. We're friends, we're still friends, Muhammad. You need my help, you know, you can call me anytime. You know, you can ask somebody for my phone number. I'll get you the best lawyer, and I'll get you the bondsman. Bondsman's on deck, left pocket. I just open my phone, put bondsman, call him, you put your house up, and you're out in about an hour, guaranteed. So, like I said, guys, congratulations on your indictment. I'm proud of you guys. Make America great again.
Thank you, Hassan. Kamal Rahman? Three minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Council. The Mayor, it's tough to go after this guy, challenge. So with the one thing on the agenda, I'm in support of this, that hopefully you all support it. Any capital acquisition, when you have trucks or anything made of steel, approve it right away, because if you wait longer, Trump's tariff is going to come effective. That's going to affect the budget. I wish you all attended the budget hearing. I think it was only one council member and the mayor up until about 6:30. This is the most important meeting of the year, believe it or not. This is budget. This is when you ask questions about how city is going to operate, how city is going to face challenges and everything. I think it was disappointing to see that how much you care about the city and its budget. You can disapprove anything, but this is the time to ask. And having said that, our community is under scrutiny a lot about the voter fraud. And you all know what you did. And I'm not trying to prove that you are right or wrong. Yes, there will be indictment and challenges coming. And just because someone's name is not out there does not mean that it will not be there. If you are involved, it may be, others might cut a deal, and then your name might be added to that. My suggestion is, in 2013, when Bill Shuri, Attorney General, he filed a lawsuit against, charged 3 Bangladeshi, not council members, but people that were helping. I got involved because I was with NAACP, and I got the CARE, Michigan involved, and then also state from Washington D.C. We helped them cut a deal so that they were off with a probation. But this is much more serious case, and then I urge you, if you have to quit council, because obviously you didn't care about the budget, so you don't care about the city as much as you think you do. Cut a deal, get yourself out of trouble, even if you have to quit this council. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamal. Zachariah Alaudi? 3 minutes, sir.
نتكلم أنا عربي. السلام عليكم. معنا مشاكل بالمدينة تحصل على كرسي بالبرندة وارسلوا لنا انذارات. في داخل المدينة بيوت وبلدنات مقفلة لنا 10 سنين ما تحرك ساكن للمدينة. اليوم برقنا بالدلق نرشل سيارتنا ما احناش عارفين من هي شركة أو تاير شاب أو ما أعرف ما دفعنا 350 من دون ساين من دون أي حاجة. الأوالي إذا دخلت الآلي يغطس وسطي جمل ما فيش أي تحرك منكم وسلامتكم. نرجو منكم المساعدة وخدمتكم. شكرا.
Thank you.
Well, he's complaining about some minor issues that he get ticketed for, including like having a chair on his porch or parking somewhere. He said he parked his car in Dollar General or somewhere today, and it got towed, and he doesn't know where it is now. I'm not sure if he parked in a place that he's not allowed to. He's saying that the alleys needs to be fixed. That's the responsibility of the city, but they are paying attention to minor issues. Well, I think we all have to follow the rules. Yes, the city has responsibilities, and we're doing our best to fix the alleys. Over the past 2 years, we fixed over 25 alleys or something. This year alone will be over. There will be like 12, 13 alleys this year. So we are utilizing our resources as much as we can to fix the alleys. But the city manager can discuss with you the issues and see if there's something that was done wrong. But if something was done wrong, we all have to follow the rules and abide by the law.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, I believe the Dollar General tow was Dollar General towing it and not the city.
يمكن الدار جنرال هم اللي اتصلوا بشركة مش السيتي، ما لنا دخل احنا بهذا. يمكن بالركب حقهم الموقف وهم اتصلوا بالسيتي.
معروف بس انه ما في ساين ولا جابوا لنا
هذا شغل انه حقهم برايفت اكيد مش ساين، يعني حقهم ملك خاص، من حقهم يتصلوا يعني. بس الحاجة الثانية كلمته السيتي مانجر يتصلوا.
الكرسي بالبرندة جابوا لي
هذا ممنوع، هو ممنوع تحط كراسي بالبرندة.
يجيب لك ذا.
لا هذا القانون يعني.
الكابش في الدار جنرال يعني له 3 مانث، ليش المدينة ما تحركت ولا جابت تكتات الا على المسكين؟
احنا خابرنا الدار جنرال كل يوم يرسلوا لهم كل يوم يرسلون. بس الحاجة الثانية بتناقش مع السيتي مانجر.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask a quick question? I think there's a confusion going on about the outdoor furnitures. People are not sure what they can keep outside and not keep outside. Can you like share this ordinance on Facebook or somehow publish? Because summertime people want to enjoy outside, but there's some if there's some restriction, people need to know.
I believe we have in the past, and we can certainly do it again.
We can redo it.
It's basically any outdoor furniture is allowed. You can't have indoor furniture on the porch. It's been an ordinance for a really long time here.
Right, I think people are.
But we're happy to share it again.
Yeah, so بيحطوا تعليمات على الأشياء الأثاث المسموح الواحد يحطها خارج وينشروها بعدة لغات على أساس يفهموا الناس ويعرفوا إيش لهم وإيش عليهم.
And then again, they give warning tickets before they do the ticket for something like that. So.
True.
Yeah.
So if he got a ticket, he was told.
لو ادوا لك تيكت من غير انذار من حقك تراجع.
هو هذا اللي يقول لك انهم يدوا لك التكت على قطع كاربت على كرسي على.
But we're like over time on this.
Okay, so
there's too much going back and forth.
Okay.
Imaj Jassim,
can I talk with my dad? I have my name on there as well. But
are you translating or do you have your own opinion?
I'm talking for him.
السلام عليكم جميعا. العفو منكم بالدقيقة يا حبيبي. طبعا نفس الموضوع. نظف مال دار الجنة نفس الموضوع. مع الأسف عليهم احنا 25 سنة بهذا البيت قاعدين وبنفس البارك. يوميا فرق سياراتنا هنا. ماكو شيء. هل جينا بايقين سيارتنا. بلغنا الشرطة قالوا لا دار الجنة ماخذينها. وهذا التكت. هذا أصلا مو تكت رصيد بس. لو تكت على راسي ندفع ونطلع واحنا خطانين. بس هذا سرقة سيارة. سرقوا سيارتنا وغرمونا $350. سرقة هاي.
من موقف سيارة الدار الجنرال.
Yeah, but it's
كل
still.
سنة هاي 25 سنة أنا بركين.
We've been living here for like over a long time. They haven't done this. This is the first time they do this. And then yeah, there's games coming here and they park in the Dollar General and they're parking during their hours. How come they don't call for towing? And on this receipt it says abandoned. We did not abandon our car. We parked there overnight and we take it in the morning when he takes me to work. So for them to take the car doesn't make sense. And then another thing too is the streets. You guys keep fixing the streets and then it gets worse than how it was. We have videos, pictures and all that next to our house.
يعني أمان حتى شوارع. هامترامك مع الأسف كلها خربوها. هاي عندي فيديوهات موجودة لو تشوفوها الله ما يرضى. وعندنا يجون زوار من غير هامترامك. الهامترامك يجون زوار على مود الملعب واحنا نشكر الملعب من عمروه وخلوا عالم تيجي تطب هنا. الشوارع كلها دمروها على اساس اصلاح. بلغونا ممنوع تبرك يم البيت لان يصلحون. اوكي ما بركنا يم البيت. لحد ما كملوا عاقوا الخراب وطلعوا. يعني تعمرون البنى التحتيه تخربون البنى الفوقيه ليش ما افتهم. روح شوفوا الشوارع كلها. يعني اي سياره تفوت بالشارع الله ما يرضى بها. تدمر السيارات بتاعت تدمر. ويجون تكات على سريعتنا مثل ما قال الاخ على مود دار جنرال الخلفيه مالتها عندي فيديوهات. الجاربج مالهم اللي ورا تعال شوفوه. يعني حتى حضاريا للمدينه مو حلوه هاي.
قول مو عرب احسن.
الوحيده البلد المدينه الوحيده دار الجنرال زباله اللي ورا.
And there was no sign that says you can't park there. So for them to tow
ولو
the car.
حطينا صاين او لو قالوا لي يابا ممنوع تبرك ما برك ما
And then
عندي
you
اي
can't
مانع.
even talk to them. We were in the store for about 30 minutes. No one was there to help. No, we couldn't talk to no manager or anything like that.
اجاني بالكاميرا تكتاك بالكاميرا اجت دفعت ورحت عادي. كان مفرق انا غلط بغير مكانه. بس مكان ما بيصاين وما كنت دار سابق ويعطوني تيكت عليه وتيكت من لو من السيتي عادي نطلع السيتي ما عندنا اي مانع بس عصابه شوفوا هذا الرصيد هل ياكل بيش الشرطه والشرطه تدافع لهم واتمنى منكم ما تدافعوا لهم ما تدافعوا للدانا اترجاكم.
So can we address that?
Yeah, well,
It seems like the journalists, doing it in retaliation of what you do to them, they now retaliate from the citizens
So, Mr. Mayor, the Dollar General towing, it's private property. The city has absolutely no horse in that race whatsoever. It's their property. If they call a tow truck, that's on them. Now, I'm not saying that the people who get their car towed don't have civil recourse against Dollar General, but it's not a city issue. It's not the city towing it. It's not criminal. They're following the law on what they're doing. Well, presumably, it's supposed to be posted. But if it's not posted and they're doing something improperly, they need to sue them in the court. But it's not a city issue at all. As far as the potholes, just to remind everyone that this is an every year thing. Every spring, we're out there doing it. Today, our DPW was out there patching them. This is a constant effort that'll happen for a couple months until we get them all. All the streets have them.
But it's worse than before.
And that's literally what happens every year. It snows, we have potholes, we come through and we patch them.
Sorry, you already said you can't go back forward.
If you want to talk to me after, that's fine. But this is a constant thing. And I encourage, if anyone has like a special one or one gets big before we get to it, let us know. We'll try to hit that one real quick in our course, but we do it constantly.
I saw that to the.
Okay, so yeah, at this time, it's a priority. The potholes should be a priority. Because it's the worst during this time, after the snow.
I will point out that I actually noticed someone complained on Facebook today, and I actually notified DPW, hey, hop to this one, and it had already been done. They had already fixed it before it even came to our attention. So I don't know if like just coincidental or what, but it was already taken care of.
And we can see if their street is really bad, we can prioritize that too.
If there's like a particular.
I referred him to a lawyer that handles tow cases, and at least that can help them if they want. But it is a civil issue. It has nothing to do with the city. We can't, even if we wanted to help, we couldn't really get involved with that. So.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want to send us an email about a pothole.
Mohammed Halimi?
Don't do it all the time.
No?
انتم بالنسبه للسلطه انتم تقدرون تحاسبون انا ما اقدر اروح
بس هذا ملك خاص لهم، ما نقدر نمنعهم انه يتصلوا. الموقف تبعهم ملك خاص.
لو الموقف تبعهم القاضي تبعهم مدمرين الارض هاي.
لا الشارع علينا، الشارع بيتواصل مع السيتي.
دمروه. دمرين
الشارع كلمته بيتواصل.
عمود مال الكهرباء دمروه.
خلاص. Yeah, so Max, please see, please contact them and see if they have really bad street or potholes, prioritize that.
I just gave her my email, so.
Yeah, so بيتواصل معكم ويصلح المشكلة، بس مشكلة الدولار جنرال مشكلة خاصة.
يعني هل من سرقوا سيارة؟
خلاص انتهى وقتك، ما يسمح الأخذ والرد، بس تواصل مع المحامي وتواصل معنا. شكرا. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Mayor. All right, I'm going to read the emailed public comments. I have this letter from, who's here, Imam Arif Haskek, sorry. It's to the Honorable Mayor, Dr. Ahmed Ghalib, respected council members, city manager Max Garbarino, and the city clerk Rana Faraj. Dear Mr. Mayor, Dr. Ghalib, and all mentioned above, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing on behalf of the Common World Alliance, a clergy interfaith organization and ministry and spirituality centers for humanity in coalition of diverse faith communities in the city of Hamtramck. We're reaching out to respectfully request that the Bosnian language be included in the ballot and other official city documents to ensure that our city's materials reflect the linguistic diversity of our population. As people of various faiths and backgrounds, we understand the importance of inclusivity, mutual respect, and community engagement. A significant portion of our population speaks in English language as their primary or secondary language, and the addition of Bosnian language to official documents would enhance accessibility for these community members, allowing them to engage fully in the civic processes that shape our city. We believe that this request aligns with our shared values of equity, inclusion, and respect for all people. By providing these materials in Bosnian language, we would make a meaningful step towards strengthening the bonds of our community, ensuring that every voice is heard. We would be grateful for the opportunity to discuss this further and to support the process in any way we can. Thank you for your time and consideration. We look forward to working together to make Hamtramck a more inclusive and representative place for all. Thank you, Imam.
Thank you. So I would direct this email, the clerk to discuss this if it's possible, and, we all support it. I mean, if there are some rules, I don't know what we have to follow, what kind of rules that we did when we added the Arabic and Bengali. I mean, I don't know.
There aren't no rules. If you feel it's necessary and doable and financially available and a necessity in the community, it's your option to do that. Like, that's your choice. To me, I can give you feedback, I can give you bullet points on the positive and negatives, the population. If I've ever even had a request for anything Bosnian personally at my window, how much it costs to add another language to a ballot or to the election, there's a lot that goes into it. So that's, at the end of the day, that is your choice.
It'll definitely cause more work, more time.
Absolutely.
More money. And we could try to put a number to that to let council know.
I could roughly say an additional language, roughly, is up towards $100,000 a year. It's not just a translation of a ballot. Every machine we use has to be mechanically reformatted to carry on a new language. Everything has to be translated. Everything has to be voice audio recorded. So there's a lot to it. There's a lot more staff that's entailed. There's a lot more work. It costs $100,000. It takes a lot of time to spend $100,000. So it's not like, oh, here's an extra $100,000 in budget and you have to find time to spend it, so it's a lot more extra work. But like I said, when we did the 3 languages, State was telling Kathy back then 2 is very hard, 3 is almost impossible. And he told her, but if you guys can do it, more power to you. So I don't know how 4 could be. There could be additional costs, meaning more staff that might be needed. So like I said, we can discuss this further if it ever comes up as a resolution, if you decide to do that, and we can get more bullet point information for you.
Okay, so let's plan to discuss it further and see what we need to do, and if that's possible. Okay.
Thank you. Just to add to it, this is Bosnian community here, as you know, the people doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
And we are property tax payers here, improving diversity and infrastructure.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma'am.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask a question to Clerk? So, do you get a lot of requests for Arabic and Bangla ballot during the election time? How many ballots get used?
Personally, when it first started, when I started the additional language, very few would request them. Like, the only people that would really request them were the council members because we spent so much on getting them.
That's what I do.
Okay. Yeah, but throughout the years when we push them, like I would push them because I want people to use them, it does take a lot of work to do it. It has increased throughout the years, but because we're pushing it onto residents to use them. And if I have to say, I have never, and I'm not saying it's not needed. I don't know the details. I don't know, but I've never had anybody Bosnian ever come to me and tell me they need something translated. Like I've been here 4 years. It's never been a situation. But I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it's not needed. You know the Bosnian community more than I do.
That's what they're calling me and paying price somebody else to translate that. So I appreciate your permission for Bosnian language to be added.
Thank you. We'll discuss that further, and we will continue to be flexible when it comes to helping people who don't speak English on how to vote and how to do their ballots. Because I remember during my election, they used to get hard time. They used to give them hard time here, and that shouldn't be allowed. And then you come and accuse them of doing stuff. So I witnessed myself some people trying to get some help and they are blocked from getting that help.
Yes.
So this shouldn't be allowed, and we need to help people as much as we can when it comes to assisting them how to do their absentee ballots.
But let me also add on to that point as well. Campaigners cannot assist voters helping. Yes. So if we are, I'm just putting it out there. We know who the campaigners are. We are familiar with them. They're out in our parking lot passing out forms and talking to people.
I had stories.
Yeah. So when one particular person,
how somebody would point to someone, to an elderly person, to choose somebody else, and that elderly person came to vote for someone.
Correct.
So that I had multiple stories during my campaign, I was still, afraid of the system, but it shouldn't happen. To protest against these behaviors. When a person comes to vote for someone and somebody else directs them to, choose somebody else, that's not allowed. I heard multiple stories. I'm not saying it's you, it's somebody else, but that shouldn't be allowed. We are not here to intimidate people and scare them, because at this time, with all what's going on in the media, people are scared to go out and vote. This shouldn't be happening. This is, we'll try to fix that. And this is one of the methods we help people to vote, to make it easy for them in any possible way.
Totally agree.
So,
Appreciate the mayor and council.
Thank you,
I
Imam.
look forward that you will approve it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Manager.
Any more?
Yes. Just a moment, please. Okay. Next one I have is from Ahmed Sharaf. Given my intention to run for a seat on the Hamtramck City Council, I express deep concern and surprise regarding recent reports indicating that 4 current council members have been charged by the Attorney General's office in serious cases allegedly related to election fraud. These reports cast serious doubt on the integrity of the electoral process and require immediate and comprehensive clarification from the relevant authorities. Accordingly, I formally request an official explanation from the mayor, city manager, or city council members, city clerk, and city manager regarding these allegations and answers to the following questions. What is the council's position on these accusations? Have the accused members been questioned by any official investigative body? What steps have been made to preserve the integrity of the council and the trust of the citizens? Additionally, it has been reported that the mayor held private meetings, one at Azal Hall and another at City Hall, with number of specific individuals believed to be connected to the upcoming election. It is alleged that other declared candidates were not invited to these meetings. If true, that raises serious concerns about equal opportunity, transparency, and respect for public institutions. Accordingly, we demand the following: a legal explanation of the legitimacy of such private meetings in light of local laws, transparency, and fairness; disclosure of the list of individuals invited to these meetings and clarifications of their objectives and topics discussed; 3, an official copy of the agenda of the meeting held at City Hall; 4, the request that the City Council, City Manager, and Mayor's Office maintain the highest standards of transparency and avoid the use of public resources or influence to favor one group of party over others. We present these demands out of our commitment to protecting the democratic process, ensuring fairness and equality among all candidates, and strengthening trust of the people in their elected institutions. Ahmed, if you want,
Yeah, please. I'm going to translate this. Yes, sir.
Before translation, the language need to be little changed. For it's not charged yet. It's under investigation. It's not charged yet.
do you want to change the wording in his public comment?
Yep.
He can use any word he wants in his public
I
comment.
just want to
Yeah,
correction.
well, you can clarify, Councilor.
Yeah, we can correct it.
And then you can go and...
But it's still his time.
Please. This time I'm going to say shalom, because the last time I said salam, nobody responded. So once again, shalom. بيان استفسار وبشأن نزاهة العملية الانتخابية وتحركات العمدة المتعلقة بالانتخابات القادمة، موجه إلى مجلس المدينة هامترامك، عمدة المدينة، مكتب المدينة، محامي المدينة، وكذلك مدير المدينة. نظرا لعزمي على الترشح لعضوية مجلس مدينة هامترامك، فإنني أعبر عن بالغ القلق والاستغراب إزاء ما تداول مؤخرا عن أنباء خطيرة تتعلق باتهام 4 من أعضاء المجلس الحالي من قبل مكتب النائب العام في قضايا يزعم على أنها تتعلق بتزوير الانتخابات. إن هذه الأنباء تلقي بظلال من الشك على نزاهة العملية الانتخابية في هامترامك وتستوجب توضيحا فوريا وشاملا من قبل الجهات الرسمية. I need one more minute. Please. Okay, thank you. وعليه فإنني أطالب بتوضيح رسمي من عمدة المدينة والسادة أعضاء المجلس بخصوص هذه الاتهامات والإجابة عن الأسئلة التالية. ما هو موقف المجلس من هذه الاتهامات؟ هل تم استجواب الأعضاء المعنيين من قبل أي جهة تحقيق رسمية؟ ما هي الإجراءات التي اتخذتموها للحفاظ على نزاهة المجلس في هامترامك وثقة المواطنين؟ وفي سياق متصل تم تداول معلومات حول عقد اجتماعات مغلقة من قبل السيد العمدة، أحدها في صالة أزال وآخر في مبنى المدينة، حضرها عدد من أشخاص محددة أعتقد بأن لهم علاقة بالانتخابات القادمة، وبحسب ما ورد لم يتم توجيه دعوات لبقية الأطراف الذي أنا واحد منهم المعلن الترشيح، وهو أمر يثير تساؤلات جذرية حول مبدأ تكافؤ الفرص والشفافية واحترام المؤسسات. وبناء عليه أطالب توضيح قانوني حول هذه الاجتماعات المغلقة في ظل ما تقتضيه القوانين المحلية لمدينة هامترامك والشفافية على التحيز. 2. الكشف عن قائمة الحضور الذين حضروا تلك الاجتماعات وما هي الأجندة التي كانت وما هو الحوار الذي دار. 3. تزويدنا بنسخة رسمية من أجندة الاجتماعات التي عقدت في المدينة. 4. نطالب مكتب المدينة مدير المدينة ومجلس المدينة بممارسة أعلى درجات الشفافية. شكرا.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That's fine. I appreciate it.
Well, see, when I am invited by community members to discuss something, I always go. In Azal Hall, we had discussion with one group. In the City Hall, I had discussion with another group. They don't get along. You know, each one has a different political view. So I was fair to meet with this group, and then the other group asked me to meet them. I met with them. I have the right to do that. That's not against the law. I have the right to endorse whoever I want as a mayor.
Yes.
I don't know where you're coming up with all these regulations and rules. You live in Detroit. How do you want to run for Hamtramck?
Well, I don't think the same concern.
You live in Detroit. So how do you want to run as a city elected officials in Hamtramck? Do you know? You act like you know the rules. This is the most prominent rule. You have to live in the city for you to run as a city council. That's why you didn't take your nomination as serious, because I know where you live. And how do you want to run as a city council for Hamtramck? I mean, I appreciate your community service and your involvement in the media and, you know, educating people. That's a good thing. I like it. But when you say I want to run and I live in Detroit, I don't take it seriously. If you invite me to meet with you, I would come and meet with you. And maybe I'll discuss endorsing you. If you follow the rules and everything is legit for you, I may come and meet with you. Did you ask me and I refused? You didn't.
Should I answer?
No, you're not, but I'm just saying. You never asked me.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You never asked me, I want to meet you, Mr. Mayor, because I want to discuss the future election. You never. The other guys, they asked me. So I went to that group. Then the other group asked me. I went to the other group. And anybody who would like to discuss with me something, I go, because I represent everyone. It doesn't, until now, I haven't endorsed anybody. I haven't said my opinion in the next election. In fact, I may put my name. I still have 2 weeks. So everything is still possible. So if you'd like to discuss with me, feel free to reach out to me. I will come and sit with you and discuss everything with you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Last email I have from Abdulaziz Goba. To everyone to the dear citizens of my city, to everyone who entrusted me, stood by my side, and propelled me to run for candidacy for the Hamtramck Municipality Council, I extend my sincere thanks and appreciation for your support, which I cherish and proudly wear as an insignia upon my chest. My profound commitment to the well-being of our beloved city has led me to make a difficult yet responsible and well-considered decision. After a thorough review of the circumstances, it became apparent that some urgent matters might affect my ability to perform my public duties with the seriousness and dedication required by this role. Since representing the citizens and serving our city demands complete dedication, time, and additional effort, I have respectfully decided to leave the field open for anyone who believes in their ability to contribute and shoulder this responsibility. I also wish to clarify that I will not cease serving our city. Rather, I will continue to contribute both now and in the future through my membership in the Urban Planning Council and the Municipal Police, as well as my actively participating in all endeavors that serve the common good. I reiterate my gratitude to everyone who trusted and supported me. I assure you that this trust will always remain in my heart, and I will, God willing, be fully available during the next electoral period, entirely dedicating my time and efforts to serve our city and live up to this great honor. Best regards, Abdulaziz Goba. Mr. Mayor, that is all for public comment.
Thank you everyone. And now we move to the consent agenda that was amended. And this is approved in a single motion with no discussion. We have item A, approval of minutes from the April 8, 2025 regular city council meeting. B, approval of invoice register date ending April 8, 2025. C, approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending April 8, 2025. D, resolution 2025-39, approve the temporary closure of Belmont Street for the Hamtramck Night Bazaar series.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No objections? Thank you. All right, so consent agenda is approved, and we move to the public hearing. We have one item, resolution 2025-41, adopting the 2025 drinking water SRF amended project planning document for drinking water improvement and designating an authorized project representative.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, what does SRF stand for?
State revolving fund.
Yep, Mr. Mayor, I have Tiffany
I'm
and John.
sorry, I
We need a
apologize.
motion.
I'm sorry, we're doing a motion to start the public hearing.
Yes.
So can I, okay, so it was Rafai and Musa, and it's
804.
804. And then we'll do public comments before you speak, is that okay? If
Well,
anybody has,
let them talk about it.
oh, you do it, okay?
It explains so people can.
Yeah, so we know what's going on.
Tiffany, go ahead.
Run out of slides.
Oh,
Sorry.
the ones on
Yeah, the ones on the, it should be the present, or,
archives?
no, not in archives, it should be this one.
Which one? This one,
I'm sorry.
the bottom one?
It's probably the bigger one.
The amended 2020?
Yes.
And then the remote is right
Basically,
under
it's something
there.
we do every year.
Remote's
We
right there.
put together a plan.
The remote was in there.
To submit to them. Some years are better than others. Some years they waive exactly what we ask and we get the full funding and it's not a loan. Other years they may say, hey, we're going to give you a loan. So, but we don't get anything if we don't ask. Tiff, you want to continue?
Thanks, Max. So, good evening, Mayor, City Council, residents. So I'm Tiffany Newbig with Tennessee Engineers. We'll be covering the drinking water revolving fund project plan as part of the project plan requirement. I do want to, I guess, elaborate that this is the same one as last year with an amendment to help increase our scoring, is what I'm going after here. So with that, the overview, so we'll go over the drinking water SRF loan program to include the overview of the drinking water program, the drinking water quality problems to be addressed, the project plan timeline, project scope, and the cost and social and environmental impacts. So the overview of this DW SRF loan program, it's a low interest loan program through Eagle. It's a 20-year loan, typically at a 1.875% interest. Overburden status may qualify Hamtramck for a 30 or 40-year loan if you wish. So this will assist with funding the water distribution system improvements, water main replacements, rehab. We don't have treatment plant improvements, pump stations, but lead, and then lead remediation within the water system, so the lead service line replacements. You must submit a final project plan for consideration by, actually I think it's June 1st this year, for inclusion in the project priority list, so within approximately a September of each year when that comes out. So drinking water quality problems to be addressed, the lead and copper rule changes, so as you are aware, Eagle and the EPA made changes in 2018 that all lead service lines from the main to 18 inches inside the house or to the meter must be replaced. Right now, it's currently, we have 20 years. That is going to shrink down to a 10-year timeline as soon as Michigan adopts EPA's latest change. So, as you're also aware, Hamtramck is required to replace 7% of the lead and galvanized water service lines over the 20-year period. So it's about approximately 366 lead service lines to be replaced per year. Lead action levels of 15 parts per billion will be reduced to 12 parts per billion by 2025. That has gone into effect. Additional water sampling is required. So for water main replacement, current water mains, as you're well aware, most of them were installed between the 1930s and 1940s within the city of Hamtramck. Most of the mains are past their useful life, which is approximately 75 years. Many have a calcium buildup in the lines that decrease the amount of water that's able to move through the pipes, resulting in lower water pressure. So the city has a current goal to replace 3% of the water mains per year. This is our addition, so what we've added on is water main looping projects. So this would reduce the number of dead-end water mains within the city. This will improve water system reliability by reducing stagnation and water quality in those areas. It'll create redundancy in the system, so reduce pressure losses and make it less vulnerable to disruptions like water main breaks. So the SRF project timeline for 2025, it's an accelerated timeline to submit a project plan for consideration. So we did the intent to apply on November 1st, 2024. We advertised for the draft project plan for comment on March 24th of 2025, which was well over the 15-day public comment period that began on March 24th, 2025. Today we're holding the public hearing and resolution adoption. And then the deadline to submit the final project plan, May 1st, 2025. If the loan's approved, loan closing would take place in the spring of 2026. So why a drinking water SRF? It's a low interest rate for the city. So in the past, you can see all the different grants that the city has received. You know, we're currently working on the $15 million in projects under the ARP grant that we received in 2024. So the way that was received is through this process that was able to get the city the grant funds, as well as the ARP grant 23 for $795,000, the $3 million in lead service line replacement grant in 2022, and the 30% water main replacement grant in 2022. So in prior years, not all proposals received could be funded and could wait on the contingency list for several years. So this is one of the reasons for this amendment. We were like 3 shy of hitting that threshold to actually get funded last year. We're hoping with adding the water main loops, it gives us additional points that will get us into that fundable range this year. So one thing also to note is that the city of Hamtramck, when we do the overburden form, does come in at severely overburdened. This is good because it gives you an additional 5 points, so 25 points for that severely overburdened community. That form's already been submitted to the state for this, and will qualify the city for a 30-year DW SRF loan and possible principal forgiveness. So proposed drinking water SRF projects, as you can see here, there's 18 water main and lead service line replacements, so those are all in conjunction all together. We're replacing the main, we want to try and replace the service lines all at the same time. And then again, like I said, there's 3 additional water main loop projects that we're adding. So those are down around the Veterans Park area on Barres. That's a dead-end street. We want to loop that to the south to connect into Dam Street, where a water main was replaced in 2023. On Council Street, we want to loop that to the north to Dam Street. And then the water main that was replaced on Dam Street extended into the Veterans Park so we could get some more fire hydrant coverage. What we'd like to do there is route the water main north through Veterans Park and connect into Goodson on the north side. So if we do nothing, it'll allow water distribution systems to operate in the existing condition. Continued water main breaks, increased frequency of breaks as water mains continue to deteriorate with age, disruption to service to residential commercial properties, costly repairs, additional man hours required by DPS staff to take care of these issues, and then we wouldn't be in compliance with the current lead and copper rule of lead service line replacement. So as for the proposed projects, due to the new lead and copper rule, full service line replacement would take place in conjunction with the water main replacement project. Waivers will need to be developed and approved by city attorney to enter onto and complete work on private property. No different than what we're currently doing. All water main replacement work will be funded through the DW SRF loan. All water main looping projects will be funded through the DW SRF loan. So summary of costs. So last year this was just over 18 million, so it's gone up by the $877,500 for the water main looping projects. That's what we've amended and added to this project plan for a total of $19,734,120. So summary of the costs. Total projects includes engineering, construction inspection, construction, QA, QC testing. Approximately 6,000 customers are using the water distribution system, so this would result in an annual debt service required at 1.875% interest. It's calculated at $1,168,956 per year. User cost would increase by $201.84 per year, or $16.82 per month. So it's a fixed cost, same for all users across the board. The cost would be reduced if certain properties have copper service installed or any other projects were removed. Possible opportunity for principal forgiveness. So social and environmental impacts, so positive long-term impacts of the DWSRF loan is reduced number of water main breaks within the system, reduction in water loss, more reliable distribution system, compliance with the lead and copper rule, reduction of lead materials in the water distribution system, improved water quality. Negative impacts during construction of this would be short-term inconvenience to the general public, including noise, temporary lane or driveway closures, temporary loss of water, private property access, construction equipment and stockpiles, dust and particulate matter, nothing that we are now aware of. So the next steps is to finalize and wrap up the project plan, submit that by June 1, 2025 to Eagle, have the get the approved project and have it placed on the project priority list. So we'll usually find out about ranking. Lately it's been coming in around August, September, more closer to the September timeframe. So September 2025, we'll find out where we fall on that list. If we either get grant money or loan money is approved, we'd expect to close on the loan in early 2026 to start construction in spring of 2026. Again, I want to emphasize we do this so we can try and sit there and see if there's grant money available. We know that's the way the city council wants to go. At this time, I'd like to open the floor to any questions. And please state your full name, first and last, and address.
All right, so last week we discussed the sewer system project, and then
Mr. Chair, I think before we talk or discuss is the public hearing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, he's right.
Yes.
The public hearing.
yeah, anybody.
Ron, is there anybody for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
First of all, I got a couple of questions, Chair. This
Hassan,
loan.
I'm sorry, state your first name
Oh,
and address.
Hassan Ayun. So I got a couple of questions. First question, how much is the water bill's gonna go up? Does anybody have an answer to that?
So if this went through, it would be, I think it was $201 and
84 cents.
84 cents, thank you.
So how much would it go up on?
Per year.
Per year, $200 each resident pays, right?
But that's also assuming we don't get forgiveness on it.
Yeah, that's assuming no principal forgiveness, no grant money. So in the years past, as we stated earlier, we've been very fortunate to receive 100% grant.
Is there any lead in the water right now? Lead pipes?
Most of the residents have lead service lines going from the main to their home. So that's what we've been trying to focus and replace.
So basically, so you're gonna tell me if you replace all these lines, by how long do you need to replace all of Hamtramck? That's what my concern is. We're not just gonna get money here just to do half of Hamtramck and neglect the other half.
No, we have to replace all of it. It's state
So-
mandated.
Mr. Ayman, every year, we're required to do around 400 of these by mandate.
Yeah, but every year you get a loan?
No,
We've
we've been getting grant money.
We've been very, very successful in getting grant money.
Then why don't we get grant money? Why we
That's what
say
this
they're
is.
putting a burden on the residents and putting more money on their water bills?
That's what this is. So we ask for money from Eagle, and we hope that they say, oh, we're just going to give it to you, because in the past, that's essentially what they do.
Okay, let's see if they're gonna give it to us first.
Well, we have to do this. This is a step we have to take to say this is our plan. Like, for instance, last year, we submitted the same plan. We didn't get it. We didn't move forward on it. But this year, we're hoping to score higher, in which case they'll say, hopefully, okay, we're going to give you the whole full amount, no at all. They're just going to pay for it. So that's our attempt here.
But the thing is, I'm asking for you guys to get money, not every year, just a one-time shot to fix all of Hamtramck. The problem is, when you go to somebody, you fix their grass, this includes the grass, this includes the soil. There's steps to this. When you take lead out from a pipe.
We would love for them to give us the
That'd
money.
be about $300 million.
To do the holiday.
Okay, but that's, who's paying for that?
There's no way they'll do that. So we know what the parameters are we can go for.
Okay.
It's up to 20 million, right? If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Usually I do around
So we're
3
trying to get as much as we can each year, basically grant funded.
But we have replaced more than 60% already. Then we do 1,700 house last year.
We did
And the year-
1,700
And the year before, like.
So you got
400,
40% more?
We got about half, we got about roughly.
And you never took a loan, this is the first time probably you're gonna take a loan, is that what you're trying to tell me?
So in 2022, as you can see, we got a $3 million lead service line grant. So that was to replace approximately 600 service lines. In 2023, we got $795,000 that took
Okay.
care of Prescott Street, which was a water main and lead service line replacement. In 2024, we received a $15 million grant. That's to replace
Water mains and.
water mains and lead service lines. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head.
10 and 5.
So we've been extremely successful in getting all grant
It's
funded.
very understandable, but the problem is, you're gonna get people, if their water bills go up, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna sit there and come and say, hey, my water bill went up. Oh, we don't know what's going on. And, some cities like to sit there and just hire the bill and push one thing to another, and there's always something hidden. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there any hidden things before we move forward with this? Because if there's any prices that are gonna go up, just tell the residents. The lying and this and that, that's, something's not right here. Because 1.8% goes up, there's no way you're telling me 1.8% right now, and then you're telling me we're gonna sit there and get a grant. Does that make sense? It's not making sense to me. Clear it up to me. You're telling me you're getting this amount of money, but we have to pay 1.8%. On what money we're paying 1.8%?
And whatever we don't get a grant for.
Okay, then you said every year you get a grant, right?
Not necessarily, it's what they look at the package.
Okay, have we had 1 year, we didn't get a grant? That's what I was asking.
Yes, last year.
But
Last year.
we didn't take out, the city did not
And
take
we
out
didn't
a
take a
loan.
loan.
Okay,
So you have to go through this process. It's
I understand it. So you're telling me you're pushing it to see if they're gonna give you, or you, say if they don't give you, we get a loan. How much would the water bill go up on every resident each 3 months? Is it 2 months or 3 months?
It's not likely we're gonna take this loan out if we don't get it fully grant funded. But we have to ask for it to say we're moving this route. But if they come back and say, we're just gonna give you a big loan, we're probably not gonna do it. We're probably
Sometimes they
gonna
come
try
back
and
at
get
50%.
That's it, that's all I wanted to clear up. Thank you. You said it. I'm done.
Is Abraham Al-Jahim here? No? That's all for public comment.
So I was trying to say, last time when we talked about the sewer system project.
Can we close public comment?
I
And then you guys
motion.
can discuss?
I'll
Thank
second.
you.
821.
All right, thank you. So, we said we needed like 40 to 50 million dollars to do the sewer system, and then we got some grants, and then we said we'll do something that will be added to the water bill, and then they said it will be slight increase, and then the water bills really went up significantly. That was one bad experience. Then another example is the court judgment when we said for the housing lawsuit, we need to increase it by a certain millage, and it will go up $50 or so a year. Then it went up significantly that year. And then we got people who went up like $300-400. This $16 a month, I don't know how accurate is that, because when it happens, then the residents comes and complain about $50 increase. We wouldn't be able to fix it anymore. And I want to question the urgency of this. Is it that urgent? We are responsible for doing 3% a year, which is about 367 houses a year. Last year alone, we did 1,700, which is a big, significant jump. That's a great thing. That means we covered like 3, 4, 5 years ahead. Is it that urgent to get this loan? I mean,
So this, again, Mayor, this isn't, if they just say this is going to be a loan, we're probably not going to move forward on it. But we have to go through the process for them to say, okay, we're going to give you the full grant instead, because that's what happened in the past. Like, we asked for this, and they gave it to us all completely, not as a loan, as a grant. And if we don't ask, they're not going to give it to us. So again, if we ask for 19 million and they just say, we'll just give you a loan, we're probably going to decline and move on to the next year.
A lot of our water lines are not 1930 and 40, a lot of them are 1906 and 1920.
We have 100-year-old water mains all over the city. So, I mean, they have to be fixed. Either we try to get the grant money to do it, or it's going to come out of the water bills because the community has to pay for it. It's either one or the other. So we're doing our best for the community not to pay for it. But at the end of the day, the city has spent decades not doing this. So we have gotten to the point where we have to. We're at, like I said, we're at 25% water loss. Mains will keep breaking, things will keep happening, and plus we're mandated to replace the service lines. But these are mostly mains. Now we're doing the lead service lines along with the mains. That's the bonus of doing this. We do it all in one shot. We do the main and the lead service lines. But we got to do it one way or another. Either we're going to try to do it this way with grants for free, or it's unfortunately the taxpayers are going to have to pay for it.
The water mains, the problem with the water mains we have now, and I've noticed that just apparent in the last 2 years, we want to fix a water main right now and we excavate. Pipes are blowing up. Because the church was holding them from that.
We had one in the south end that they were trying to turn it on, and I think it broke 3 times in different locations each time.
Yes.
Mr. Chair?
Yes,
So, I was thinking the other way. It's very good, clear conversation. We have to try. He's trying. If we get the grant money, we'll fix it. I agree with that. If we don't have, like you say, is that important? We can wait to look for another grant money on next year. So that case, I'm okay with that. Looking for the grant money. Yes, we have to show somebody. I don't have nothing. I'm taking the loan, like Hassan said, it's gonna go up. So somebody gonna think about it. Okay, maybe we're gonna give them grant money. So that case, it is just primary first hearing. So I think we can try it.
So one thing I do want to add is I know obviously we weren't in the fundable range last year, but a community that was, what did happen is that their lead service line, they got grant money for, their water main, they had to take out a loan for. So that is a scenario that could happen, which at that time we could sit there and say, fine, we'll take the grant money, we don't want to take the loan money. So at least to continue moving forward with lead service line replacement, because as I stated, right now it's through 2041. EPA has changed that requirement, or the state of Michigan has not yet adopted that, to my knowledge, and that's coming, which means that's going to shrink it down to 2031, which that all lead service lines are going to have to be replaced. So we need to sit there and this is again us trying to go after every avenue we can to try and get the grant money that you guys are requesting us to try and go after to get at a bare minimum the lead service lines replaced, because that's what we're mandated to do. If we can get grant money for water main, it's a bonus at this point, but to at least try and even get grant money just for lead service lines. So again, you're not obligated to take out a loan. It's just understanding if you did take out a loan for all the projects listed, that would be the monthly increase per user.
Mr. Chair, again, she is right. Main broke, we already paying anyway, so we're not going to take the loan. At least we had some grant money for the replace the lead service. We go from there. Something is very clear now. I was misunderstood all things. Now a little bit clear. If you want to save the time, we can do
Every
it.
year, we will do this process.
Any other input from City Council?
Let's minimize discussions from your save the time. We got the calls. They explained very thoroughly what was misunderstanding, and Mr. Councilman said the rumor that we borrowing $20 million, but that's not the case. So since we're getting clear up, and if you need to spend any money out of $20 million, you still have to come back to us to approve it.
Correct.
So that's clear.
Okay, so, let's see.
Voting?
Yeah, we can go voting.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Rafai?
No.
Councilman Sedman?
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri?
No.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2025-41 approved 4-2.
Okay. All right, thank you. Now we move to the new business, and we have the first resolution 2025-42, approving the award of the 2025 road joint sealing program engineering design.
Motion?
Second. Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman Hassan.
Mr. Manager and Hennessy, so this is related to the loan. That's why we're doing. I'm sorry, because my laptop, I cannot go there. This resolution, designing this is the resolution.
So Councilman, I was going to get to that. I didn't have a chance. Tiffany and John are here to speak on this one. So basically all the streets we've already paved, there's ongoing maintenance with these. We have to go back and joint seal them and do other things to ensure that our freshly paved streets over the past few years don't deteriorate rapidly. It's a routine thing. Historically, we haven't done a good job at this, but this is basically only $6,600 to prepare the whole process for all these streets to then come back and say, okay, we've bid this out and these are the bids we got. So this is just the initial planning phase to take care of all the streets we've done, so they don't basically crumble.
I've taken a lot of classes on this recently, and the studies have showed if we follow the joint sealing and the protection of roads and sealing them right, we're going to gain another 12 years of the life of the road. Nothing's ever been maintained here before. So you put a new road down, it gets a crack, water goes in it, blows up, and then you got pothole. So what I'm trying to do is, the city did a few roads before my tenure. We've done a lot of roads since I've been here. I'm trying to get those roads that we've done and keep them in a good condition.
This is
so they
maintenance,
last longer.
basically.
All right, so it's just 66,000, right, for the whole
No,
thing?
this is 6,600 just for Hennessy to plan. It'll be on average of what, 5 to 10 per road?
So based on the 20 roads, my overall estimate is $150,400. So obviously we gotta put it out to bid, see what bids come in at. Typically, it's about $1 a foot to do joint sealing. Again, once we go do an assessment, get an idea of how many linear feet of cracks we had to fill, that number may adjust a little. So that was based on average that I took based on the length of each road.
Mr. Chair, so to clarify that the 6,600 is it for?
This is for Hennessy to prep it, Councilman.
For design, right? And then
we're gonna go out
and
to
then
do an
we'll bet
assessment.
it. Hold on, and then we're gonna place a bet, and then to get these companies to bid how much it's gonna cost us. So if it was done correctly the first time, I don't think we will have to go back and prepare these.
No,
you always have to.
you always have to. It's something that we do in the neighborhood I live in. We have asphalt roads, it's done every 2 years, because I help put out to solicit bids from contractors.
So and then
it's routine maintenance.
estimated how much it's gonna cost us then?
So my estimate for that is $150,400.
For how many streets?
For 20 streets.
This is routine maintenance, Councilman. This will have to be done. As we continue to pave streets, we're going to have to go back and joint seal them right along. Either that, or they will just deteriorate fast, and we'll be right back with a bunch of potholes, and they'll be ruined, and we'll have to pave the whole thing over.
So what
this is going to
happens
continue.
is during the freeze-thaw cycle, so if we get a crack in the road, water gets down there, during the freeze-thaw, obviously when water freezes, it expands, which is opening up those cracks more. So by doing this, they go through with a silica sand, they fill that in, fill in with the, rubber tar, and help seal up that joint.
So instead of hiring a company, why our men can do that?
We don't have the equipment, it's a hot tar, it's a whole different machine, and we're limited on manpower.
It's a skilled trade. And
well, he said he just went to school for it.
To learn about it, not to actually go out there and do it hot tarring.
YouTube.com. They'll teach you how to do it. I don't know, just we have men that's what the BW is for. And this is something that's simple for it to be done. Why are we gonna hire a company and pay that much money? Why are we always buying these trucks and this equipment and then still continue hiring other companies?
Councilman, we can only take on so many tasks so fast. We're trying rapidly to handle all the stuff we used to do, but it takes time, it takes skill, it takes patience. This isn't just something you pick up like that. Now, I'm not saying that we won't get to this point, because believe you me, John loves to hire people and buy equipment. There's no question of that. But, you know, in the meantime, we can't just sit on our hands. We have to maintain what we have. Right now, we don't have the capacity. We're trying to take on other tasks. So we're actually working on landscaping now. So we're hoping to take on landscaping on our own. But, you know, you can't do everything. We don't have enough people to do everything right now. Hopefully someday we will.
And it's more than just filling in the crack. There's some sealing areas, there could be some small repair items at the same time that we don't have the equipment for. It's not a cold patch repair, it's usually a hot patch repair. And we just don't have that kind of equipment or the skill to do it.
Well, with due respect, you're talking about little cracks. We're not talking about big cracks that you have to have heavy equipment.
No, these are hundreds of feet long. Generally, when the roads crack, you're doing long sections at a time. You could drive down some of the roads that have been put in the last few years, and you'll start to see the wear and tear on
Well, if
them.
it's gonna go and bet, I might bet on it, and watch YouTube and see how they do it, and I might bet on it. Make me $107,000. I'm hiring.
Well, while this could be necessary, but, you know, we always talk about priorities, you know. Right now, Kenneth Street delayed for the second year. And now you're gonna wait until the end of the summer and start working. I mean, which one is a priority? I mean, this could be okay to do, but can we prioritize our tasks and, you know, whatever is affecting the citizens?
Shifted.
One?
Something's shifted on Kenneth?
I don't believe so.
No, it's
I
not the
think
end of
it's
summer,
starting.
it's any day.
So right now, we're waiting for frost laws to be lifted, sir. We can't, the heavy trucks can't drive. They have limited weight they can have right now because of frost laws. Wayne County has not lifted the frost law yet.
That'll get rolling here real soon. I mean, there's no delay on that.
As soon as these
I'm not
frost
sure where
laws
that
are
came from.
It could be in May, correct?
Not generally, Rob, by the
yeah,
15th.
usually by
At the
April
latest.
15th, but granted, we got snow coming on Thursday, is what they're predicting, so we still got cold weather, so it could be delayed a little. I can't predict that. I don't control that part. So it's coming, it's soon.
Okay, any more discussion on this?
No discussion, Mr. Mayor, just want to say that whatever job they do, make sure they do it right and last long. Because a lot of things they do it and then 2 few weeks later you see this is the same thing that what was before. So whatever you guys do, please do it. Our money is tax money, is people money, we need to, you know, we are the one face of the people.
Yes, sir.
So we get blamed for everything.
Understood.
And please just do it right, so make sure we don't get criticized for wrong-doing things, and people talk about their tax money.
This is a routine maintenance.
No, that's
it's like
absolutely right.
changing the
I'm
oil
all
in your
agree to it.
car.
It's
It's something
need to
that
be
has
done.
to be done. So every 2 years, at a bare minimum, we should be doing this on any asphalt roads that have recently been paved. Obviously, ones that need to be resurfaced or reconstructed, at this point, we're kind of past that point. But anything that we have done to be good stewards of the city's money that has been spent, this is the way to go.
Well, that's good, I'm all for it. I want to look, the road looks good. I want to people who drive it, I'm comfortable.
All right, let's vote on it, please.
Councilman Rafai?
No.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sedman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri?
No.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2025-42 approved 4-2.
Thank you. The next one is Resolution 2020. I'm sorry. It just, my copies are going tonight. Seems like somebody is not happy tonight. Sumeri, your dinner is on us tonight.
Okay.
Okay, the next one is Resolution 2025-44, awarding the 2025 water main replacement engineering design contract to Hennessy Engineers.
Motion?
Second?
I'm sorry, did you say 44?
Yeah, it should be 43.
We're at
Should be
43B. We're at B, Resolution 2025-43, awarding 2025 road reconstruction engineering design to Hennessy Engineers.
I mean, we really would like to skip ahead, but.
It's just maybe taking too long discussing.
Who's motioned and seconded? Motion? You second? Okay.
Who's second? Okay. All right.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I have Tiffany and John here. Well, actually, they're here for all of them. This is road reconstruction engineering design, and this is basically for Casimir and Comer and Comstock in concrete from, well, Casimir and Comer from Conant to Joseph Campo, because we've already done the water mains under those. And they're significant streets, as we know. In Comstock, as we all know, is in really bad shape because it's a tight street and people park on the curbs, and the curbs are all destroyed. So we're going to try to move forward, do things in concrete, so we don't have to come back and do joint sealing. So, but hopefully you approve this, and if all goes well, we can get these paved this summer.
So as Max stated, this is for Casimir and Comer between Joseph Campo and Conant, Comstock from Gallagher to Conant and Conant to Buffalo. So the overall project cost for this, for total road reconstruction of all 5 streets, would be $5,572,000. So currently today, first part, get out there, get a topographic survey completed, get design done so we can get it out to bid and go from that point. So today, topographic survey and engineering services, $245,143.
Where are we getting that money from? The
road funds.
5 million?
Road funds.
From the Act 51.
Road funds.
Okay.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, go ahead.
So the 245, that will be just for the design stuff. for Hennessy,
Topographic
correct?
survey, design, and put it out to bid.
And is going to be paid by the Act 51?
Yes.
Correct.
And then to do the work will be under the Act 51, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
May I know the balance of Act 51 that we have as we speak?
The balance for the,
So
there are 2 Act 51 funds,
local and major.
local and major. So in total, we have between the 2 of them about 6 to 7 million.
In both?
In combining both.
And then estimated to repave these streets. Do you have any number?
Yeah, so the total I have there was the $5,572,000. So that's with construction, engineering, construction management, and a 10% contingency is my current estimate.
Including design?
Yes,
sir.
The design
That's all.
costs 245.
I know, including.
But that's rolled up into that 5.5.
Okay.
Let me know, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, let's vote on it, please. Any other discussions?
No.
All right. Let's vote.
Councilman Al-Samiri.
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud.
Yes.
Like this one.
Councilman Sedman.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2025-43 approved.
Thank you. All right, that means we have a lot of road projects coming, alleys and streets.
You guys want them?
All right.
Get them done.
Where people gonna park? The Dollar General?
Yeah. I would not park at Dollar General. Do not park at Dollar
All right, next one is Resolution 2025-44, awarding the 2025 water main replacement engineering design contract to Hennessy Engines.
Motion.
Second. And Tiffany and John again. This is basically to replace the water mains under the selected streets here. Council's been asking for these particular streets to be done. In order to get them done, we need to put the water mains under them. So the plan is to water main them this year and concrete them next year.
Wow. So we have a line,
Water main.
where's it from?
So Eveline and Wyandotte would help us complete that southwest.
Guymer and
Wyandotte, I'm sorry. Guymer and Wyandotte will help us complete that southwest quadrant. So we still have 3 more water mains that are going to get replaced there this year, along with lead service lines. So I think the only other street not completed in that would be St. Aubin, which has a few industrial. So then Eveline between Gallagher and Conant, Goodson between Joseph Campo and Gallagher, and Roosevelt between Joseph Campo and Gallagher. Total project cost, engineer's estimate of construction engineering, construction management with a 10% contingency is approximately $2.7 million. Today, we're here just requesting to begin the process, which is the topographic survey, engineering design, and put the project out to bid, and that'll be at $175,500.
So, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilman.
John, so according to our finance report, so after we expend 5 million to the other program, only left around 1.5 million.
So this is coming out of the water fund?
Different
This
fund.
water
Yes,
sewer
sir.
fund.
So completely all of them coming from,
No, the other one was out of the Act 51, this one's out of the water
so
fund.
can we use some Act 51 money left over here?
No, you
No.
cannot commingle the funds, Councilman. The funds are completely specific for their
It's okay, I
cases.
got it. So it's coming from the
Yeah.
water.
As long as we have enough.
Yeah, we have money in the water fund, and we do not want to totally deplete the road funds. We want to keep something for emergency. We do get about a little over 2.5 million in both the funds every year in terms of revenue, so that keeps building. But you know, a lot of that money gets spent.
Okay.
Mr. Chair. Senator, you consider, so last council meeting, we talked about 2 main streets that we're gonna replace. It's gonna cost us almost $5 million, correct?
Mhm.
And now we're adding $2.7 million, and all that's coming from the water and sewer. Might I ask you what's the balance, our sewer and water department?
About 8 million.
We're spending almost 7 million.
So
So keep in
we're
mind-
making 2 million a year or so.
Keep in
Yeah, these
mind,
projects won't start till
the
later.
last council meeting, those projects were split over 2 years.
Yeah.
That was one and all in 1 year. And we're also trying to get those grant funded. We actually just put in a request to the state on a separate grant to try and get those paid for. So we may not be spending that out of the water and sewer at all.
Mr. Mayor, it's a quick question. No, we're not including any water bill to cover up this fund that we're emptying out. We're taking money out. Right.
It's not increasing it, no. I mean, it's what we already have in the fund.
Right, now that I understand.
But I mean,
Just
it's-
make up this money again to have it on our saving, rainy day money.
I mean, we continue to increase, that fund continues to replenish itself
Every year.
every year, yes. And the point is, because we have to do all this infrastructure. So we have a lot of infrastructure we have to do. All our predecessors didn't do it for decades. So again, I keep repeating this over and over and over. We have a lot more to do before we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
And we're trying to do as much as possible through the grants. And if you look at the amount of money we have spent in water and sewer, I think it's close to $30 to $40 million just from the grants.
Yeah, the water bills would probably be 3 times what they are right now if we haven't got it grant funded.
All right.
Right.
Let's go.
Resolution.
Ready to vote?
Yeah.
Oh, they've been ready.
Hassan?
Yes, please.
Please. Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Rafai?
No.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2025-44 approved, I think Rafai wants his lunch paid, or his dinner paid.
All right, thank you. The next one is the one added from the consent agenda.
We'd like to do an update.
Can we,
Resolution 2025.
because I forgot to give an update on Goodson after the public hearing, and I wanted to give that, can we do that?
An update?
Yeah.
You want
have to add it.
Okay.
That's okay. Maybe when we discuss the next resolution,
Okay.
because John will explain something and then you can talk about it. Okay, so we have resolution 2025, that would be 45. It was 40, approving the purchase of 3.
It still is 40, but it's letter D.
Yeah. The purchase of 3 utility trucks for the Department of Public Service.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have John here, and I guess Amir too. This is a consent agenda item, a routine purchase of replacing trucks that are essentially broken and beyond serviceable ability, including broken frames. If we want to continue to maintain the service we have, including plowing the streets next winter, and we want to catch them before the tariffs, this should be a routine thing. This should be a no-brainer. This should be a rubber stamp. Not much to discuss. John, if you want to add to that, to the bad condition of these trucks?
Well, we got 5 right now totally out of commission, probably get 5, if we can find the titles for them, then we can take it right to the junkyard. We actually have 2 vehicles with the frame broke, with somebody driving. So we're out of dump truck and we are out of our water meter truck. The frame's actually broke in half. So if one of our trucks goes down this fall, or towards winter with the snowstorm, we won't be plowing the street. I won't have a big enough truck. That's what the 550 is for. Especially with all the water projects we got going on, I definitely need the dump truck.
And these
are
aren't
more
like-
in-house now.
And these aren't just like luxury items.
These aren't extras. I actually need more vehicles. I only came with 3. We got 5 vehicles down right now, non-repairable. I went to Amir, I says, I'd like to get 3 of them this year to get caught up, but I'm gonna have to go back every year to at least get 1 more, just to keep what we got going maintained.
Just like the police department, there's gonna be routine vehicle replacement every year.
I was actually surprised when I called Gorno, because usually on a dump truck, you do have to order them or you're out. And I don't know what the deal was. It seemed like they had a lot of vehicles that neither were canceled by another city. But they said they had one in stock. And I said, well, I'm gonna try to get on the agenda and get it before I have to try to wait a year for it. Because if our other dump truck goes down, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble.
What they do on the other truck when we just buy the new one?
Well, Max said you could try to auction them, but I don't even know how we get them to the place to auction them, because they're not even drivable. 2 of them, the frames are actually broken in half, they're sitting there crooked.
The new one?
He asked about the new one that was just
The new one, we
purchased.
just bought a 3-4 truck, the new one.
They replaced
How
they replaced
they
other.
working for the new one?
They're-
How they use it?
We're using them, and the other problem is with the trucks that we have broken, I'm teaming guys. And I'm trying to send those guys on projects where it requires 2 men. But we're getting to the point where they're being drive-around buddies, because I don't have vehicles to put them in. So, when now I got 2 other vehicles that broke, I have more men driving around together doing less because they're not driving by themselves. So that's what I'm really trying to avoid.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, go ahead.
John, if you don't mind asking, I know some of the balance or some of the money is coming from our water, sewer and water. Can you tell us how much, what's the amount that's coming from, or America, answer that question?
For this one?
$209,538.
And that's all coming from sewer, water and sewer fund, right?
Correct. Now,
So partially in the vehicle?
Correct.
the one good thing about buying the new trucks that we bought is it's a small city, we don't put a lot of miles on them. So our new trucks are lasting quite a long time, we don't put a lot of miles on them.
We just want to finish that water and sewer money, right?
No, we want to
We
fix our
need,
infrastructure.
with the water and sewer, you're probably gonna see me up here a lot. Because even with the grants we get, we're not gonna be able to keep up with the infrastructure problems we're gonna have with this city. This is a ticking time bomb. I can't dig a hole without a water line blowing up. I have to fix it 3-4 times. We're talking $300-400 million, so we're gonna have to stick in the city within the next 10 years, and I don't think we're gonna be able to collect that in all grants. So this is something that we have to realize, that we are gonna have to come to council and actually pay and get a loan for, or else we're gonna have bigger problems on our plate.
Or maybe we could use the narcotic funds and buy these trucks for the police department, and then next month we can just switch.
I hear you. We can dig wells.
We don't have to dig in our water and sewer.
We can't do that.
There's a few
We can't
legalities with that of, being charged.
Unfortunately.
We can add a uniform on when they work.
The forfeiture funds.
We can't do that.
So it's, in 2023, I think, that's when we bought multiple trucks, like 5 of them or so, right?
Yeah, 4 or 5 of them, yep.
So I remember 2022, we didn't buy anything until you came and became the department head. You like to buy stuff.
Well, we weren't getting anything done either, so that's the difference.
Well, Mayor, keep in mind, we're gonna have to be towing around hot patch stuff pretty soon too.
Yeah, we don't, right now with the asphalt, the pothole trailer we got, yeah, we're pushing that on our 250s. It should be actually towed with the dump truck.
I
Because it's a
wonder
heavy
when was the
vehicle.
last time the city bought trucks before we came?
Some of them,
we didn't have much of a DPW to speak of.
one of our trucks has MCI on it, and I don't even know how long they've been out of business, but, I mean, we get our use out of this truck. Now, the green truck that just broke in half, the last dump truck you bought was supposed to replace that one. and they actually kept using it for another 5 years dangerously. There's actually no rock repair. You open the door, you just step on air. There's nothing there. So it's not like we're not using the vehicles right to their end, but we have a graveyard for them that you can drive by and take a look at if you want.
It is a good question. When they're driving this truck, are they allowed to smoke inside, the employees?
No.
No?
None of our guys smoke.
I saw them, they're driving and smoking.
Candidly, it hasn't been brought to my attention.
I haven't seen it.
We can look at it. I
Just make a notice to those people that they're not supposed to be.
I mean, you can't smoke in City Hall or around the building, obviously, but haven't honestly done a lot of fun with that one until just now.
By the way, MCI shut down in 2002. So if the truck's still running until today, that's a good truck.
It's in 2 pieces now.
Why don't you get tickets at Liz's house?
No, I know, we have a museum.
We're gonna drop
All
the
right.
Dollar General.
I think it's enough for now.
Yes.
Can we vote?
Ready? Councilman Rafai,
No.
Councilman Musa,
No.
Councilman Salman,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
No.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes, I put in mayor spot now.
Mr. Mayor.
Yalla.
I mean,
It's not supposed to speak, man.
not affecting the general fund, so it looks like he's gonna bring it over and over if I said no, so we tried that in the past and it's just waste of time, so I'm just gonna say yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
2025-40 approved. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 3.
All right, so
We have an update.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to give a
Can
quick
we-
update on the relief sewer.
I think this needs to be added to the agenda, unless you want to
Or we
suspend
have to suspend the law.
Suspend the rules.
I'd like to suspend the law.
He just needs a second.
I'll second.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tiff.
Okay.
All in favor?
All in
Hassan,
favor?
please.
No objections on that? Okay. Go ahead.
Can you bring up the?
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go.
Thank you. So just to give you an update on the relief sewer 1B, so this is the relief sewer going down Goodson Street and up Joseph Campo. So just to give you the progress highlights, 12-inch water main and all service lines have been installed. Approximately 1,600 linear feet of 60-inch sewer has been installed from Joseph Campo to Lumpkin Street along Goodson. The existing water main and sewers are being removed. The current road is being prepared for the new asphalt road with concrete curb and gutter underway. And then Joseph Campo sewer, they're looking to begin that work on Monday, or the week of April 11th. Keynotes, we can't do any type of changes to the project due to the federal funding through the FEMA BRIC grant. And just to give you guys the update on the grant with, I guess as you can see, the application process started in 21. Numerous meetings to justify project scope were held between 21 and 24 with the grant awarded in 2024. Just again to give you guys an idea, sometimes some of these grants do take we're actively going after them, and it does take time to get them. It's not an overnight thing, unfortunately. So any questions on the current status of that project?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, how long they gonna be done this project?
Are they going to be done this year?
Yeah.
When's it gonna be done?
Oh, I think the project timeline is through December 15th. But they're working very quickly, sir. There are days that they put in 13.6 of pipe, so a 60-inch sewer over 17 feet deep, and they were able to put in 13 times 50. They were able to put in a lot of pipe in a short amount of time.
Goodson is done. Now they're gonna open Joseph Campo?
Now we're gonna move, yes sir, we're gonna move over to Joseph Campo and start putting in the 36-inch pipe. So again, 17 feet down, all the way up to just south of Lehman Street. So that's coming.
They couldn't connect it.
Yeah. How about Lumpkin?
Lumpkin, so we're waiting for them they're gonna come in, they're gonna have to close down Lumpkin. I know there's areas of Lumpkin that needs to be repaved from the water main that was installed. That's coming. They were out there marking that yesterday, I believe it was. So they're gonna be out there saw cutting so they can get nice clean joint lines, get that repaved. And then there will be a sectional lumpkin that's gonna get shut down so we can put in the 10-foot by 20-foot structure that's gonna connect that 60-inch pipe, so the existing sewer will be running through that. The top half of that pipe will be removed, so dry weather flow can go through that pipe. When we get a heavy rain event, what it'll do is it'll fill up to that halfway point, spill over into that structure and down that 60-inch sewer. So to alleviate that basement flooding.
Make sure all of them knew he's gonna double check.
We'll be happy to walk you around, sir. Let us know. You have Charles's number, or if you want to contact me, I'll meet you out there. We can
get him an orange vest.
Well, I'll bring you a vest if you need it.
Yeah, we follow them every day.
Okay. Yeah, if you have any questions during the process of the, I know it is a big project going on in the city, so if there's any questions, any concerns, it seems like residents have all been happy. I'm not hearing any complaints. So,
Well, Mr. Chair, well, beside, me and the city manager did, we drive on Jacob, where they did the service lines. It's more bumpy than.
I'm still gonna get paid. They're coming back to do that.
I know that, but I'm saying, when they, repave it, the boxes that they do, the work that they do, I think it should be in a way where it's kind of leveled, so you don't feel that.
We agree, sir.
I got a lot of calls from, especially on that street, and I believe somebody came here today, correct? And talked about one of the streets that's being, so me and we drove, so I had to show him, and he felt it. He was not to take his car back to the repair.
That has been brought to our attention. We are addressing that with the contractor to have them get out there and fix those issues. So we do have a lot of construction going on.
The one he's talking about was a temporary patch.
Okay.
That's Jacob.
Yep.
I'm saying, if they're gonna do it, because we're already paying for it, just do it in a way where it's kind of level.
Yeah, I think with that temporary patch, it might have been.
The
they weren't
temporary
sure
is
with
a temporary. The temporary comes out and another temporary goes in on
With-
some of them.
Sometimes with that settlement, with it being cold weather, is what they might have been accounting for, is my
I
guess.
just don't want our city managers to ask the whole, break down.
Understood.
I'll swap it out for the 550 DPW truck.
All in favor?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we're done with the new business, right? And we move to the reports. Start with the mayor's report. I actually don't have anything to say, but I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight and joining us and staying this late. It's already 9 p.m. We started at 6 here. And so I want to emphasize that, there's a lot of projects, big projects going on in the city, fixing the sewer system, water main, the alleys, the streets. These are things that are happening in Hamtramck. It never happened in the past, maybe a decade or so, that we have this many projects and constructions that's going on. So this summer will be busy too. There will be a lot of street closure, so remember, the city eventually, citizens will suffer a little bit, but eventually they will enjoy the new roads and alleys, and the water will be drinking water will be out there. I know that not every house has a problem with the lead pipes, because when they tested long time ago, about 3-4 years ago, it was maybe 2-3 houses out of maybe 47 houses that they tested, as if I remember correctly. So that means there's a small percentage of the houses that have an issue, but we are obligated to fix all of them and to change all of them.
Water pressure will also increase.
Yeah, and so for the long term, citizen will be happy, right?
Price will go down.
I'm sorry?
The price will go down too because the water loss will go away.
Hopefully. And so with that, the streets is a priority for the people. Infrastructure at this time, the potholes should be a priority, because people are noticing them in every street. So we should put more attention on that. And there will be many alleys fixed, in case if I leave here, remember that I was part of this, you know? Over the next summer or so, we will be fixing them. So I hope we will get more grants to fix more streets and alleys and to fix the infrastructure for the city. With that, I think you know, we are coming to election season, which I encourage everybody to participate in the election. Go out and vote when it's time to vote. I don't know if I'm gonna run or not, but we want people to engage, you know. I'm available if you need any help. You know, I'm still the mayor of everyone, so if you want to discuss anything with me, I'm available. Just text away or a phone call away. I will meet and discuss any issues, any ideas with everyone. If you want to run, I really want you to run, because we want more people to run for public offices. We actually have a problem here, an issue to find people with, you know, who are enthusiastic and who are committed to run for public offices. We really have a problem. So we get happy when we see people interested to run. You know, it's really hard to find someone who is willing to volunteer. This job is almost voluntary. Yes. You know, you don't make money as a mayor or a city council. You actually lose money from your paying job. So I would encourage and I would thank everyone who is interested to run. Especially people who are, you know, young people who are educated, who are enthusiastic, committed, with integrity, and who love the city and who wants to serve the people. You can run for the city council and for the mayor. It doesn't mean that if you become the mayor that you will be an ambassador. It's just, but it's something that we would love to see people, you know, in public offices. And we want people to engage and vote when it's time for voting, you know. It takes a lot to get people out to vote in this community. So we want them to feel the responsibility and be part of the change, positive community, society change, when you practice your right of voting. And so with that, I don't have much to say. I don't know. You know, we still have 2 weeks for registering to vote, putting your name on the ballot if you are interested to run until April 22. So let's see what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks. And hopefully we'll see more people on the ballot. With that, thank you all again and have a good night. We move now to the Mayor Pro Tem report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to thank everybody for coming here tonight. Stay safe and be blessed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any council members? All right, I know it's too late. Yes, Council Member Singh, go ahead.
First, I'd like to thank you, Councilman Sumari. All the project, I think he drive around more than John and report to us some of the thing correction, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing, Mr. Sumari. Thank you. You have time, and we don't have enough time. Mr. Mayor, we was thinking lots of grant money is still we are behind. We was thinking it will come from Washington. So as soon as you going where, I don't know. So still you have to lobby the Washington, try to get some grant money. Third, I lost my family member last week.
Sorry.
Is my best friend, my cousin, same school, same age, and lost again. Sorry. And also, there is some my health issue going on. In case I miss any council, I will let you guys know. Yeah. Okay. So that is the thing, and there are lots of things about me talking. I'm very confident. I did not do nothing wrong, and I'm 17 years still here, and I will be here. Third, main break, water my observation, I used to call midnight to the public service, Max Gabrino, about the mainline broke. This is a good thing. This year I didn't see them much. That's a good thing. What we're talking, reality making sense. Street potholes, I was driving. Please, John, can you drive around some of the street is very bad. So first start with the bad one, and is the important. I know you need a little more time. Start with the bad one. Okay, Kashmir is the real bad one. I just buy the new transit. I have to go like a bump, and so those kinds of things. Look at that and to do as soon as possible. Even though you have to do overtime to make the people happy, because after snow, and we have to do it. And also, if police department see anything, they can also address and inform to John, then they can go real quick. So all those things is good thing, and thank you everybody. Thanks for coming today. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. All right. Councilor Ogumosa, go ahead.
Good evening. Thank you, audience. You give us enough time from 6 o'clock to now. Stay here. The people who are joining us by Facebook or any other media, thank you for all of them to join with us. Last week we finished after 1 month fasting Ramadan. We celebrate Holy Eid al-Fitr, and last Sunday we are joining a fantastic Eid festival in 14 Mile in Warren, the nice Balaji Hall. We enjoyed. A lot of our police chief was there, city manager was there, the candidate, upcoming mayor candidate, Adam Harvey was there also, Imam was there, a lot of people was there. It's a really successful event. I'd like to share a little bit. Kamal Rahman, he was here. He put a really good output. He put good speech about the audience, but maybe he made some mistake. Not only one councilman is here around with mayor. I was a few minutes late. I was there in the budget session also. Maybe mayor knows and you guys knows. Secondly, a few minutes ago he left. Ibrahim Al-Jahim, he brings some issues. Yeah, I agree with him. Media says something about the 4 councilmen. Last election was not my election. If somebody put the media to my name there, if they're going to bring me, my name have to bring whole people name in my election too, since 2022 election. So is it cherry picking or something like that? I don't know. But I'm innocent, and it was not my election, and I know what's going on. If something come up in my face, I will face it. I will tell them it is not my election, and I was not involved in anything there. And lastly, I have a very soft corner. I have an emotional when I heard the people mother language. Thank you, Imam Arif. He bring some proposal to add Bosnian language for the ballot.
Yes.
I'm the one, and a lot of people know, history knows, in Bangladeshi people in Bangladesh 1952, they're the only one country, one nation that give the blood for the language. A lot of people was killed that time. So that's why I have a really great feeling of your language. And this Hamtramck city, 18 different language people can speak. It is a multicultural and vibrant city. I'm very much happy. If I could do anything to support your proposal, I will do it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the time and effort. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Yes.
Sumail, Masma Sumail, go ahead.
Thank you for everyone come today. Well, the resident in Hamtramck, some leaders, some come from outside in Hamtramck. I am over there to working for the whole city of Hamtramck. I show up in the morning every day before the all employees they came. Some employees, they don't respect the time. They working over there, they came late. I am working over there to help everyone. We came in the morning. Some people, they working at night time, and they came in the morning. We help them for a lot of issue. If anything, if any people, they need help, I am over there. See me in the morning, in afternoon, I have time. We can work for everyone. We come every day in the city hall before everyone they came. We know the people when they came in the morning. We know the people they came late. Some people they care about the city. Some people they don't care. But I am living in the city. I work for everyone. If people they need help, I am over there. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Mr. Chair, just to make it more fun, John, if you're hiring, so Mary.
All right, thank you everyone. With that, I think we come to the end and we move back to the public comment. If there are any.
Ahmed Sharaf?
Ahmed Sharaf.
I'm not gonna say anything. I don't wanna waste your time. Everybody is tired and I am. And I appreciate what they respond and the unprofessional response from the mayor. It wasn't personal, it wasn't about you. I'm allowed to say everything, always telling it to your face, not a challenge. It wasn't about you at all. Thank you. And if you feel that way, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay, I responded to your...
It was a response as a...
I have to respond to you.
I understand that when you said that I know where you live, I feel that's unprofessional. Thank you.
Well, I said the truth. Prove me wrong.
You prove me wrong because I think that's the investigation job.
Okay, well.
Thank you.
You accuse me of meeting of some individuals that it's unlawful. It's not. I met with community leaders, so I proved you were wrong. But I called everybody. But thank you anyway. I actually enjoy when you participate. I told you. It's not personal anyway, but...
He loves the challenge.
Hassan, please.
Yeah. Thank you. Well,
Hassan, you can now talk your 2 minutes.
Right, go ahead.
You know I'm not gonna get 3. Because the chief is gonna give me his minutes. Well, excuse me, see? Max, go fix this, no joke. Hold on, my minutes is not going right now. Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're back here to square one. I'm not trying to criticize anybody. Brother Mohammed, I'm not trying to criticize you. But, you know, when I sit there, come to the city council meetings, I drive all the way from Dearborn thinking about you, brother. You know why? I love when you take the picture with the radical Dana Nessel and she comes back and hits you 2 days later. You know what that is, man? It's like you hit the lottery. I just pray you don't drop the soap in there, bro. Because the way you're acting, Brother Muhammad, you drop the soap there, oh, everything's going to be over with. And I pray to God that one day that you guys have to understand something. The feds or the Attorney General does not come after you unless they have solid evidence. Evidence has to be solid. But you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to start snitching. And then they're going to start pointing fingers at everybody. That's what they're looking for. They are looking for one of you to sit there, point the finger, to snitch on each other. And Brother Muhammad, I know you're hot. Let me, you need the fan right now because, the blood pressure's going up. I like it. Brother Muhammad, I come here just to talk to you. You know why? Because you're one of the best councilmen.
You have to talk to the mayor, please.
Oh, I have to talk to the mayor. Mayor, he's one of the best councilmen ever. And he's the type of guy that thinks he can do anything, get away. 17 years getting away with crime. Unbelievable. I can't believe this. All of a sudden, Dirty Dana, she indicted him. Dirty Dana indicted him. And she can listen to me now. He took a picture. Oh, I'm with Dana Nessel. Oh my God. Oh, we should sit there and cheer. And he wants to criticize Trump. He wants to criticize this person so they won't charge him. I didn't know what was going on in the beginning. He became first he's a Republican, then he becomes a Democrat when he knows he's indicted.
Thank you, Hassan.
Oh yeah, we got action. Take it to the bank, Momo.
Thank you. I have Matthew Pizziali. 2 minutes.
Council, Mayor, Just want to commend you guys for voting to fix the infrastructure in our city. I appreciate your commitment to trying to improve our city. I also do want to say, this guy's a clown right here.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I love it.
That's all for public comment.
That's it, thank you. All right, so we come to the end, but we have a closed session before we adjourn, so it's gonna be a short closed session. And then everyone is good, you know. You guys are done. We're not gonna come back and vote on anything. But thank you again for coming, and have a nice night. Thank you. Can we take a few minutes break?
I will.
Let's take 5 minutes before.